I'm Cheryl from Tiny Modernist, and I guess you're here to see all the new releases that are here at the Jingle Ball, and you got a little preview of them a little earlier, and I'm going to just go through the list. We have a lot of stuff to go through. So I'm going to start with the ornament from last year, the Nordic Nutcracker. So some of you may have seen this one already. This was in the ornament book last year, and it's for sale now in my booth. So he's a fun sort of Nordic looking one with kind of fun colors. I'll give you some quick details. He's about 3.5 inches by 5 inches when stitched on 14 count or 28 count. There are 2 French knots for his eyes, but otherwise they're all whole stitches and back stitches. So if you don't want to do the French knots, you could just do a stitch there instead of a black stitch for his pupils. Yeah, so he's number 1. Next we'll do the Christmas time design up here. I will grab it. Yeah, so this one was from last year as well. So it's also for sale in the booth now as a full design. So that's a fun one. It's actually a very quick stitch, so you could get it done by the holidays if you wanted. So there's that. It is stitched on, let's see. Oh, it was done on dusty green, Lugana actually from Witch Elf. And it just uses DMC floss. So easy enough to stitch. And it's 6 inches by 9 inches. So yeah, so there's that. Now I guess we will move on to this year's Jingle Bauble, and it's the little deer that I have. There she is. See if I can get a good close up for you. Good shot of it. Yeah, so I kind of want like a vintage look. So it's got more like peaches and corals and teal, you know, that kind of vintage 70s like greeting card sort of, with the antlers and the baubles and stuff. So it's in this year's Jingle Ball ornament book, which is available for purchase through the main hall, and it has all 12 designers' patterns in it, including mine, and you can get it, I think, as a PDF version and the physical book. I think the physical book may only be available in the US or North America perhaps, and everywhere else you get the PDF, but it comes with the same information. So yeah, there's mine there, and everybody else's is here. So yeah. So that's the deer. So next, I guess we'll start with this guy, the Cardinal wreath. It was released. Can you see it there? It's just a tiny little quick stitch. It was released November, so it's a new release as well, and it's in my shop. My booth, I guess. It's a tiny one. It's about 3 inches by 3 inches, and it just uses DMC 8 colors. So quick little stitch there, and it's just quickly finished in a hoop. The hoop is a 4-inch hoop if you're stitching on 28 count. So all right, what next? Oh, the Ule Goddess. All right, I'm gonna pull her down here. Okay, so you guys have just absolutely gone crazy for this design. See if I can show her. There she is. She's stitched on a really beautiful Weeks Dye Works linen that I've had for quite a while, and I love this color of linen. I've always wanted to put something on it. There was a tiny teapot design on this earlier in the year, but this one I think really showcases the color. It's called Grasshopper, and it's kind of an olivey green. It's a 30 count linen, which is kind of interesting. So it's somewhere between 14 and 16 count Ada, sort of comparatively. And again, it's a Weeks Dye Works fabric. So she is on, I guess on this count would be about 10 by 13 inches. So this is an 11 by 14 frame, so she fits pretty well. And yeah, she's been getting a lot of love. I mean, it's pretty, she's very pretty. So yeah, this was a November release as well, and she's available in the shop. And oh, I skipped ahead actually, because I meant to show you guys the this one first. This is the mini Christmas motifs, and it was from last year as well. It's in the shop as well. And these ones, you can actually stitch the little motif separately if you want. I actually have a video available to show you how to do a flat finish ornament with some of these little motifs, or stitch them all together like this. And this one is on, it says Zweigart linen, and it's called Raw Linen with White Dots. It's just a 28 count, and this is, I believe, an 8x10 frame, so it fits in a standard frame. Okay, now we get to some stuff that nobody has seen before. Let me go first to the Night Before Christmas, which some of you may have seen already because it's the 4-part thing, but December, the last piece just came out. So this is the full Night Before Christmas design, and I know many of you have probably already purchased and are stitching it. So here's the last piece here, Santa and his trusty reindeer. I'm not sure if the reindeer or Santa is going to head down the chimney first, but so yeah, so there's the full design there. Funny story, actually, my sample stitcher, and I didn't notice this either actually, my sample stitcher omitted these lines, these backstitch lines, which really do make it look more like I sort of wanted it to be like a metal bucket, you know. And anyway, so that only just got added. Neither of us noticed that it was missing, but it is on the original pattern, and I hope that you guys do that. You don't have to, obviously, but I think it makes it look more like kind of a, you know, like a little metal bucket. So there's the four pieces. Okay, so I think that we're on to the stuff that's exclusive. Oh no, I've got one more December release up on the housetop. Up on the rooftop, sorry, is what I called it. So this guy is 3 rooms and Santa on top. Back up so you can see the whole piece. Yeah. So this one's brand new. It's just come out in December. It's also in my booth, and it's a nice one. I was debating whether or not to make this into a stitch along, but I actually did a stitch along, so this one's just a full piece that you get. And so details are, again, all DMC. Mostly everything here is stitched on DMC, and with the exception of the Night Before Christmas, that was done with Cosmo floss, but many of you guys know that already. So this was done on DMC, and the fabric is Parchment by Fabric Flare. It's 32 count linen. It's a printed linen, but it looks hand dyed. Like it's a digital print, and it's 32 count. So on 32 count, oh, I had the measurement on 28 count or 14 count. It's 5 inches by 12 inches. So it'd be like 4.5 by 10.5 kind of thing on the 32 count. Yeah, so that one's kind of nice. And I've just finished it on a pre-purchased board that it was like a raw pine color. I whitewashed it to make it just a little bit more contrasty with the fabric. All right, so this one is the stitch along, which I'm being very sneaky and I'm only showing you the middle bit, but it's a 5-part stitch along. I'm calling it Merry and Bright, which is the center, and it's sort of a Scandinavian themed, kind of funky colors actually, like orangey reds and teals and some greens. And so it's got this piece that you see here is what you'll receive when you buy the pattern. So you'll get the border and this middle section here with the words, and then the 4 pieces will be coming out just very quickly, and it's a small stitch, so you should be able to keep up. It's the dates are December 7th, December 12th, December 17th, and then the 22nd. So the last one will be an easier one to stitch. So yeah, so you should be able to get that done in time, I hope. and it's a fun little stitch. So yeah, so I hope you join along with that one. And then last but not least, I have these fun Santa and Mrs. Claus pillows, which I will show there. So there's Santa looking very jolly, and Mrs. Claus. Yeah, so these are, they're going to come together as one PDF pattern. So you get both patterns and finishing instructions. I can give you a quick lowdown though. They were machine stitched and then stuffed, and then I put these dowels in and sewed the hole up. And the base is made of air dry clay, like just a ball of air dry clay that you stick the dowel in, and then I put just a regular elastic around here and then tie it with a bow. So this is just a circle of felt. So it's a fairly straightforward finish and kind of a fun tabletop display. Alternatively, you could stitch them together on a piece of fabric and frame it, or certainly just have them as pillows, you know. So their possibilities for finishing are endless for you. And these ones, oh, I should tell you what they're made on. They're about 4 inches by 7 inches each, give or take, 4 inches by 7 inches. And these were stitched on 28 count linen in beautiful beige. It's a Witchelt fabric, but any kind of a taupe color would probably work, or even blue or gray or something, just something to show up the white. So I think that's everything. I really hope that you guys enjoy the show, and I hope that you enjoy all these new designs. I had a lot of fun making them, and yeah, I guess happy holidays, and we'll see you soon. Bye.